Hi everyone, it's Beverley Buckley here with the Love Your Life show, and welcome. It's great to have you joining us today. Today I have Pam Neil who is joining me, and yes, I am in Peru. It is raining. We don't know how the signal is going to be. It's very temperamental at the best of times. So I'm just giving you a heads up in advance, and we're going to go through this, right? So just to introduce to you Pam Neil at the moment, our call for today is breaking the silence, going from fear and dysfunction to love and freedom. So this is what we all want more of, right? Love and freedom. And just to give you a little bit of insight as to Pam Neil and who she is and what she's about, like her clients, transformational leader and coach Pam Neil has worked in the corporate environment for over 30 years and understands the stress and overwhelm of her clients as they start taking action steps to create an extraordinary business. With feet in both worlds, Pam empowers women working in corporate jobs or want to create a new business to move forward through their fear, uncertainty, and powerlessness by providing them with personalized guidance so that they can step into their divine potential and brilliance and create their special brand of magic to share with the world. Pam is a playful spirit with a deep connection to the dolphins as well, and she brings that energy into all that she does, so assisting you to have a bit more of that playful spirit with your corporate self, obviously. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce Pam Neil. Pam, are you there?
Yes, I am. Thanks, Beverly. It's so good to be here.
Yay!
Yes.
And I believe we have some people in the room. We have Sarah Lynn, looks like Sarah Lynn and Barbara who've joined us today. So Sarah Lynn and Barbara, if you want to give us a little bit of a shout out there, that would be cool. Lovely to hear about how things are going with you. And if you've got any questions or you'd like to comment in any way, you're welcome to comment in the chat as well, obviously. Yes, Pamela, you there?
Yes, I'm here. Yep, ready to get going when you are.
Okay, well, the stage is yours, girlfriend.
Okay, well, I am just so excited about the topic today, and a little bit nervous. So energy is coming up, and it's a topic that's very near and dear to my heart. And when we started talking about doing the show again, this break the silence had come up, and I had written it down, and it's like, okay, so what does break the silence mean? And what the journey that I've been on in my life is one that a lot of people, I just have to remember to breathe, a lot of people have experienced. And what happens, I was sexually abused when I was a teenager. And what happens is you hold those secrets inside of you. And it starts to take over your life. And this was a secret that I held for over 15 years. I never told anybody. And I remember as a child, or as a teenager and as an adult, feeling like there was something wrong with me. There was something that I did wrong. There was something that if people knew what had happened, they would judge me. And this was a secret that I held for over 15 years. And then one day, my sister and I were going to the same psychiatrist. And I went to my appointment, and he said, "Were you sexually abused?" And this was the first time in my life that I could admit to anybody what had happened. And this is something that in our lives, whether we've been sexually abused, physically abused, emotionally abused, whatever abuse it is, we are afraid to speak out about it. We hold that secret. We hold that in our bodies and don't allow ourselves to feel the anger, feel the rage, feel the unjustness of what has happened to us. And we don't feel like we can talk to people about it. So it just stays inside of us. These secrets stay inside of us. And what my meaning of break the silence is it's not necessarily that you have to shout it out to the world, but breaking the silence is starting to communicate inward with that child, with that teenager, with that adult that is wanting to be heard and wanting to express what it was that they weren't able to express at the time. And I, through my years, I'm trained in energy healing. I've went to lots of different classes and courses, and I always felt like I was searching for something. I was searching for something that was going to heal that part of me that had been so, abused and not feeling safe and not understanding what was love and why did this happen to me. And at some point I realized what I was searching for was me, the parts of me that I had lost. And as I have been working through the Life Transform coaching program, there are so many incredible processes and programs and different things that help you connect inwardly. And the three things that have really, I see, that I want to share with people that have helped me to really step out and really be courageous and really feel the fear of, going, announcing, this information. But there's a saying that I have a big poster, and it's, if you ask me what I came to this life to do, I would say I came to live out loud. And I never really knew what that meant. But as I was preparing for this, this interview today, what came to mind is I am here to share with the world that you no longer have to hold on to your secrets. You no longer have to hold on to all of the internalization of the fear and the hurt and the anger and the rage. And you can move out into the world, and you can have a life without dysfunction, without fear, without guilt, without shame. And you can move into a life that is filled with joy and excitement and love and everything that you've desired. And it's not a path that's for the lighthearted. It is the hero's journey. And yes, it doesn't have to be difficult. It just has to be that you are willing to jump into the deep end. You're willing to jump into the deep end of the water, or you're willing to jump into the deep end of the ocean and feel what it is inside of you that is unresolved and that wants to be expressed. And I'm going to go through a couple different things, a couple different ways that I've experienced that have really helped me to feel the emotions, to work with, usually when we start working with the inner child, when we start working with the internal issues and emotions, we start to work with the mother and the father, and start working through and resolving any unresolved feelings, any resolved issues with the parents. And then we go into, where are you, abusing yourself? Where have you not forgiven yourself? Where have you not accepted the parts of you that you feel are broken? We don't want to listen to that part. We don't want to feel, what that part of us. And sometimes I call it the itty bitty shitty committee. And it's those voices that you hear in your head, like, I'm not worthy. I've, through my life, I've every relationship that I've had has ended, and, some people I still communicate with, most of them I don't. It's, as you move out into the world and, you want to create something and you feel like it's a failure. Well, nothing's a failure. At least you stepped out and you're doing something. So what I want to share with you today is it's time for you to, one of the big things, that someone told me recently was that your past does not have to influence or affect or even have anything to do with your presence. And so that was, we create this story about what happened to us and what that means about us and what that means for our life and what that means for our relationships. And it doesn't have to be that way. When you step out and you start to connect with parts of you that you've rejected or even not know that they're there, when you start bringing them together in wholeness, you start becoming whole. You start, feeling more of the love. You start to expand. You start to be able to hold more of the love that you're wanting to experience. So this is my message for you today. And I don't know, Bev, do you have any questions or?
Well, I just think that it's wonderful that you so authentically just brought out like something that a lot of us are feeling, that a lot of women experience, specifically women. I mean, 1 in 5 women, 1 in 4 women, I think it is now, has suffered some sort of sexual kind of trauma in their lives, and most of them have kept it quiet or kept it silent and not said anything about it. And it plays so largely into you being everything that you are, because now you feel like you need to hide yourself to protect yourself. Because when you are all of that joy and that bliss and that love and that ecstasy, it can be seen as a predatory kind of thing. You can have people praying. There's people that prey on young children or young girls like that. And the fact that you're able to open that and like open up that door and say, look, we've got to look at this. We've got to be able to speak about this. We've got to be able to bring this through, and recognizing your own path of being one of those kind of paths where you didn't say anything for such a long time, and now you've been living out loud, and you've been assisting people with these challenges and going through all of these processes and coming through the story and seeing the story for how it's supporting or not supporting, and how we can change the future by changing and seeing our past in a different way. It's such a beautiful statement for you to step out and be this energy for us. So I'm just wishing loads and loads of gratitude towards you, and I'm really looking forward to what we've got next with like what processes or what techniques you suggest for people or women, maybe even men, who've gone through similar kind of experiences.
Yes, and I'm going to go through 3 processes, and then I'm going to explain them to you. And then what we'll do is a little bit of a meditation for you to go internal and start to connect with those parts that that need your love.
Amazing.
So one of the processes that has really helped me is breath. And it sounds so easy, and everybody goes, well, I breathe every day. But especially when we've been in the corporate environment, we sit at a computer 8 to 10 hours and maybe 12 hours a day. And we have, we don't get up and walk, we don't exercise, we don't breathe. And so one of the things is to really just start to take a breath. And when I start working with my clients and we start working on breath, sometimes the way to think about it is think of a big balloon. So you're blowing up a balloon and you're just, filling up your lungs, and just see if you can just expand out that breath, so it feels like it's going outside of you. So what you're doing is, as you're breathing, you're bringing oxygenated blood into your body, and you're expanding. So what happens when we are, so let's say in a corporate environment, so many people are feeling the effects of fight or flight or freeze. And so this is the fight is, okay, you know, I have to fight. You know, the flight is, I got to get out of here. The freeze is, you know, okay, I can't do anything. I am just, you know, and sometimes that comes with overwhelm. And so when we get into these, when we're feeling, you can feel your body, you know, is just kind of contracting. And when you notice, you know, that you're feeling, you know, you're not breathing, you're shallow breathing, then it's like, okay, take a minute and just center yourself. And centering just means, okay, where am I? I'm here in this body, okay? And then take a deep breath and just really take a long, deep breath and just breathe in. And then breathe out. And as you breathe out, you're just relaxing your body. And you know, it might a lot of times we carry the stress on our shoulders. So even if you just breathe, you know, bring the shoulders up and then breathe and relax. And you'll just feel your body start to relax. And sometimes as you're feeling your body, you know, sometimes it's in your heart. Sometimes it's in your throat, especially if you have trouble expressing yourself. Sometimes it's in, you know, the solar plexus area, or in your abdomen. And it's just to start to notice where your body, because we're so disconnected from our bodies that they hold the information. So if we start to breathe and then feel where do you feel contraction, or where are you feeling, you know, something, you know, normally it'll be like, you know, this spot will feel a little more energized, or it'll feel a little more constricted in your throat, or your heart will start feeling, you know, kind of funny. And just remember to breathe and then just relax. And as you start to breathe and relax, your body starts relaxing. And so you can use this with emotions. So if you're in a situation where you're feeling fear, you're feeling sadness, you're feeling depressed, and it's, you know, it's just to check in with your body. And it's, the thing is that we assume because we're feeling something, it's ours. And this is where what I like to say is, you know, asking the questions. So questions are really good to ask because they help you clarify. So when you're feeling something, you know, if you just got up and it's like, oh, I'm in this funk, and there's really no reason for you to feel that way, we're all very psychic or empathetic or whatever. So we feel what other people are feeling. So sometimes you wake up in the morning and then you can ask, okay, is this mine? And if not, you know, I release it. And then just feel, okay, so does it feel lighter? And if you're still feeling it, then what you can do is, okay, where am I feeling this in my body? And again, what you can do is breathe into that place and then just relax. And you can even just take 10 breaths and then just relax. And just filling your lungs as full as you can. And then just relaxing. And then you can say, okay, how am I feeling now? You know, and maybe the energy is shifted to something else, or maybe the energy is shifted to another part of your body. And again, just breathing and relaxing into those parts that are where the energy is stuck. And by what happens, I always love this scenario. I help my teacher with healing touch classes. And when we start the level 1 classes, we're teaching the students how to feel your energetic fields. And so when they're working with somebody, this is probably new to them. And one of the exercises that she has us do is to have someone stand behind me. And then I would be, she would instruct me to think of something that I love. So if you think of something now that you love, you know, and a lot of times she says bunnies, kitties, puppies, you know, something really cute and fluffy, and you know, feel how spacious that love is. Or if you have something that you really love, or someone that you really love, and you just feel that feeling of spaciousness and love, and it just kind of goes out forever. And then, you know, and then people are feeling the auras and, you know, or the energy around people, and, you know, they're very, you know, expansive. And then she says, okay, now think of something that you don't like. And, you know, we do it for a very short time. And the person behind you starts feeling the aura, and it's like they can hardly feel it. Your energy is like very constricted. So whenever, okay, so think of the puppies and the kitties and the bunnies again. So you expand out your energy. But what happens is when we've judged something as bad or not good, like anger, fear, sadness, depression, when we experience those types of energies, we've labeled them as bad. We don't want to feel them. And what I'm asking you to do is be open to now experiencing what it is that those energies have for you. Because we're all energy. And it's just that we, you know, something comes up and it's like, oh, I don't want to feel this. So what happens is you constrict and the energy has nowhere to move. So if we're feeling sadness and we're like, okay, where is that? You know, just start inquiring, where is that in my body? And then start to breathe and open and expand. And you can even have a conversation with sadness. It's like, hello, sadness, I see you. I'm here for you. Talking to it like it's a child. I want to experience you. And just allow yourself to expand into the sadness. And then what you'll notice is it may move to a different part of your body. Or as you are expanding and breathing into it, it becomes lighter and it becomes something else. I've had experiences where I've been in sheer terror and fear. And as I breathe through it, and as I open up to it, what's underneath it is giggles and fun and happiness. And so the thing is we think that, you know, we can't feel this because it's going to go on forever. But what I'm telling you is be open to explore it, because you don't know what's going to be underneath once you start feeling that energy and feeling it and allowing it to move and expand. And what happens is more and more energy will come up, and you may go from, you know, from anger, you know, to sadness, to, you know, excitement, you know, as the energy is expanding and opening your body. And I've kind of, the next step, so breath is really important. And if the only thing you can do, I swear, it's changed my life and it will change your life. The next step, I kind of talked a little bit about it, is asking questions. So I'm an analyst. I love to analyze everything. And the most favorite job I ever did was a business analyst, because I was able to find all the pieces and parts. So when something happens, I want to analyze it. And my question to you today is, we are infinite beings. And if we're infinite, can you understand or analyze infinite? So I was just working with someone, and there was a pattern that was coming up, and I said, I want to understand this pattern. I'm done with this pattern. I don't want to do it anymore. And the question he asked was, can you understand a pattern? And it's like, no. Do we need to understand patterns? No. But once you see a pattern in your life, you can start asking questions. It's like, Do I need to understand anything about this pattern? And then you have to listen. You know, is there something I'm learning from this pattern? No. Can I complete this pattern? Yes or no? And again, as you're feeling the pattern, as you're feeling the energy of what it is, remember to breathe. Where is that coming up in your body? So when you're going through and working with your body, and even working with your mind, for me, what would happen is I would have so many internal conversations with the person that I was upset with. Well, the mind is giving you a cue. There's anger that's unresolved. And by trying to resolve it in your mind, it will never be resolved. So you can ask, as you know, if you're having, you know, some kind of thing in the mind, you can ask, it's like, what do I have to feel to help me move through whatever it is you're experiencing? So again, drop into your body, breathe, thank your mind for the information, and then start to unravel it. So questions are very important, especially for me, because I'm very analytical. I'm in my mind a lot. So it's when you start asking questions, you know, it's kind of like, oh, you know, I don't know. Or, you know, it's interesting what comes up when you start questioning your thoughts and when you start questioning what is going on in your life. So step two, first one is breathe. Step two is ask questions of yourself. The third one is, and that's the process that we'll do today, is to start communicating with what I call your inner self, your inner child. And if, you know, and some people are like, okay, well, what is that? Well, those are places where you had a trauma or you've had an experience, and that energy gets stuck within your body. That part of you hasn't had a chance to express what it is that they would like to have expressed. So everything is locked in your body. So as we move through these processes, we're working with the physical, we're working with the body, we're working with the breath, we're working with the mind, because the mind can give you a lot of clues. And a lot of times we discount the mind, or we have too much mind chatter or too much of this. Well, when you are having that, stop and just inquire, what's happening? What are you wanting me to see or feel or experience? So as we go in and we start connecting with the inner child or the inner adult or the inner, you can just ask. You go into a meditative space, and we'll do that today, and ask who would like to talk to me today. And we want to be very supportive of these. Think of it as a child, a 5-year-old child. And you want to be very supportive. And, you know, that means, you know, allowing them to express themselves. And when you first start this conversation, they may not want to talk to you because they feel like they've been abandoned. They've been neglected. They haven't been listened to. So you want to be very supportive, and you want to let them know that everything that they are feeling is okay. And you are there to support them and love them, and you will be there as long as till the ends of earth, because you love that part of you, and you love them so much. You just want to hug them and hold them, and see what you can do. And a lot of times, you know, you can say, I didn't know, I didn't know you were here. I didn't know what to do, but now I'm ready to work together with you to bring us both into the love that we are. So let's do a little meditation. Okay.
Yay! Yes, that'll be awesome. That'll be awesome, Pam. And you know what I love is that you've actually like you give like a very clear understanding of, you know, going inside and saying who would like to speak, you know, like accessing parts of our inner self that we tend to always say just shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. It's like, okay, I'm giving you a chance to speak now, I'm giving you a chance to express now, I want to hear, I want to connect with you, I want to commune with you. It's really having a relationship with yourself, a more deep, you know, meaningful relationship with yourself, and recognizing that you can change whatever you want within yourself, and then it sort of reflects on the outside, right?
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Let's meditate.
Yeah. Let's go into a meditation. Okay. So what I want you to do first is to just take a deep breath and just breathe and expand. Okay, and then what I want you to do is drop your feet into the center of the earth. Just allow your feet to go so that your feet are in the core of the earth. Your hips, you're in the earth up to your hips, and the crust of the earth is at your hips. Just feel that safety, feel that connection with the earth, feel that love of the earth. And as you do that, start feeling the energy of the earth, the love, the safety, the support of the earth coming up through the soles of your feet, up to your knees, up to your hips, filling your torso, up to your chest, up to your shoulders, and then allowing that energy to flow down, 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 down your arms, into your hands. And then that earth's energy going up into your head, and then coming up out and just making like a little mushroom, and then coming back down into the earth. And just feel that earth's energy coming up and feel the warmness of it. Feel the tingly feelings. What is it that you're feeling with this earth's energy? And just allow your energy to expand out wide as you breathe, expanding out your energy field. And now what I want you to do is, like you're stretching up the upper part of your body, just take a deep breath and stretch up. Then connect up into the higher levels. And again, reaching up, going up as high as you can. And one more breath. And just finding that place where you feel light and free and expansive. And then allowing that energy, that divine light energy, to come down through your head, and again to your shoulders, down to your hands, through your torso, down to your hips, down to your legs, and down through your feet. And that light energy connecting with the earth's energy, and just allowing that again to come back up through your soles of your feet, up to your knees, and up, through and back up. And so just feeling expansive, feeling supported in the earth, but yet expansive in the higher realms. Okay, so what I want you to do is put your hand over your heart, and that helps you connect to your heart energy. Just take another couple of deep breaths. And what I would like you to do is call call forth a part of you or ask a part of you to come forward to have a conversation with you today. And the thing is it may show up as a little child, it may be a teenager, it may be an adult, it may be a blob of something, it may be something, just allow it to be whatever it is. What part of you would like to come forward today to have a conversation with you? And when you see them, acknowledge them, thank them for being here, and tell them how much you love them for having the courage to come and talk to you today. And again, if you start feeling emotions, just allow them to flow and breathe into them and expand. So ask this part of you, what message you have for me today? What would you like to tell me today? And allow them to express whatever it is that they are wanting. And just remember to keep breathing and expanding into this, because this is a part of you that has been unexpressed and hasn't been able to feel what it is that is trapped in your body, in your mind, in your spirit. So again, just listen to this part and just let them know that whatever they're feeling, whatever they are wanting to express, it's okay for them to express now. You are there to support them, listen to them, and be with them. So I'll give you a few minutes to just have a conversation. With this part. And remember, you can ask questions. What are you feeling? What do you need from me? How can I help you? And acknowledge them that they are, whatever they're feeling, that it's okay. They have every right to feel what they're feeling. They may want a hug. They may not even want to look at you. But just allow them to know that you love them so deeply. You love this part of you so deeply. And you are there for them now. You're there to keep them safe. You are there to protect them. Take a breath, expand out. Remember, if there's some feelings coming up, whether it be anger, rage, just allow yourself to breathe and expand into it. And then just ask what it is that you can do to help this part of you to feel the love that you have for them. They may want you to be more playful. They may want more connection. They may want more time in nature. Ask them what it is that they need from you right now to help them feel loved. Just expand, breathe out. And if there's something that you're feeling in your body, just again, breathe and relax into that. Sometimes it could be a throat because you haven't been able to express this. Sometimes yawning will help release it. Sometimes just breathing into your throat, breathing into your heart, breathing into your second chakra. Just allowing this part of you to be seen, to be felt, and to be heard. And then just ask this part of you, what else do you need to understand? What else does this part of you want to express to yourself? And then what I would like you to do is to connect with a part of you. It could be your divine being. It could be your angelic self. It may be just love. So call on that part of you that you feel is your divinity, is your soul, is your knowing. So call that part in now to be with you in this part that you're having a conversation with. And I want you to introduce this part of you to this part that you've been having this conversation with. And let this part of you know that between your divine self, your angelic self, whoever you've called in yourself, you are there to support them. And that they no longer have to be silent. They no longer have to hold this secret, whatever the secret is. We have many secrets. So allow this being to know that they are free to express to you and to this divine being their secrets. They no longer have to hold on to them. So what you can do is just feel your hands in front of you. And what you can do is you can ask that the energy of the secret be put into a bubble in front of you. And then just notice this bubble filling up with the energy of this secret. And letting this being, this little being you've had this conversation with, that it's no longer their responsibility to hold this secret. It's yours now. And she is free of this secret. and that she can talk with you at any time she wants and express what it is she's feeling so that she can be free of this secret. So as you feel this bubble filling up, you'll see your divine self, your angelic self, whoever you called in. And what I'd like you to do is just hand over this energy of this secret to your divine self, that part of you, that divinity called in, and they will take that from you. So allowing that part of you to be free and know that they no longer have to hold on to that secret. And that between that part of you and you, your human self and your divinity, you will start to unravel and be free of these secrets. So I want you to thank, well, first just check in with this part of you that you've had a conversation with. Is there anything else that you would like? Is there anything else that this part of you would like to express at this time? And again, being open and expansive and allowing her to feel whatever it is she wants to feel, say whatever she wants to say, and letting her know how much you love her, and for having the courage today to have this conversation with you. So let this part of you know that you are here for them, you love them, and you are going to be working and playing and creating with them to create the most incredible life possible. Everything you've ever dreamed of can be yours. So let her know she can call on you or your divine self at any time to help her whatever it is she needs. And thank her again, and thank your divine self, your higher self, whoever you called in, for being there and supporting both of you today. So just connect in, take a couple more deep breaths. Just have gratitude for all that was expressed today. Okay, so go ahead and when you're ready, come to stretch.
That was good. Yes, definitely stretching. I think, oh, wow.
Yeah.
I felt like I was surrounded by angels. That was very nice.
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
Yes, and we have some very etheric music happening in the background here. So I feel like I'm in like this bliss, heavenly bliss place right now. It's actually really nice music.
That was a meditation that you can go into at any time. Connect in with those parts of you that want to express themselves. And as you start creating a relationship with these parts of you that haven't been able to express or are holding on to secrets, and you can even use that word. It's like, what is the secret, that you're holding on to? Are you ready to let it go? So these are some more questions that you can ask. And so allowing, them to have voice and have, express their feelings, express their whatever it is that's coming up. So this is a meditation that you can use anytime, to connect in with those inner selves. So you want to talk about my offer and what I'm going to be doing?
Yes, definitely. Please, yes. Pamela's got a special offer specifically for the Love Your Life show, and I'm going to just pull up that link. Do you want to tell them a bit more about it, Pam, while I'm getting that link for them?
Sure. So what I'm going to do is a three-part webinar. And the reason I picked 3 is because a lot of times the issues and the things that we're experiencing are either mother related, father related, or related to yourself, where you internalize stuff and you are not able to forgive yourself, or things like that. So we'll do one session on working with the mother energy, one session working with the father energy, and then once we get through with those 2, then we will work with your energy. And what it is helping you come to a place of, and I don't really want to say forgiveness, but there's compassion, there's forgiveness, and then there's coming together as a whole being in that this is something that as beings that we are working together to help the world release what it is that we've experienced. So as we move through these things, they become our gifts, because when we've gone through something, we can help others. We can be the bridge to help people to move through the same types of issues. So that's going to be my webinar, and it's going to be 3 dates in January, and I don't have the dates, but if you go to my website, it's called strutyourstuffconsulting.com.
It's the dates, Pam. I've got the dates if you want. The dates are the 8th, the 15th, and the 22nd at 2 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Central, or 5 p.m. Eastern. And then you've got 2 different offers there. Sorry, I've got a bit of noise in the background here. I'm just going to mute myself. Sorry.
Okay. So the webinar is going to be $99, and that will be on those dates. It's a Sunday. And then if you would like to also do a private session with me, it's $197 for a 90-minute session, and then also the three class webinar. And so what we'll be doing is starting to work with secrets that you're holding on to, and then start resolving that with, like I said, the energies of the mother, the father, and yourself. And it's so powerful. There's 2 books that have been instrumental in my life. And one is, this one just came up, Way of the Peaceful Warrior, but that was another one. One of them is the Dark Side of the Light Chasers. And what that has to do with is looking at the shadow sides of yourself. And then the other book is called Zero Limits. It's by Joe Vitale. And it gives the story is about a Hawaiian Huna who worked with a prison facility. And he did not work with the inmates. He worked with their charts. And what he did was he looked at their charts and he healed within himself what it was that he saw in others. And as he worked through that process, eventually the prison, it was a high security prison. I think they said even paint wouldn't stay on the walls. But at some point, the prison was closed because the inmates went off to other places. So these 2 books were instrumental to me, because what it is when we can start looking at our shadow selves, and when we can start looking at the parts of us that we have neglected, or have not wanting to communicate with, or not wanting to experience, when we can start healing those parts of us and accepting them, we become more of a whole being, and we can express life through a much larger vessel. because we're expansive and we're open and we're acknowledging who we are, which is all energies. So we'll be delving into that into the webinar as well.
Wow, 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 wow. That sounds so awesome. Like being all energies, a webinar for being all energies. I like that. That sounds wonderful. And so that just to recap, that's the 3 webinars, and that's for the 3 60-minute webinars. It's $99, and then for the 3 60-minute webinars and a one-on-one 90-minute coaching session, it's $197. Is that how I'm understanding it correct there, Pam?
That's correct.
Yay! Wow. This has been such an amazing call. Thank you so much. And I have put the link there in the chat. If you're watching this on YouTube, it will also be on the YouTube page. And you can visit http://strutyourstuffconsulting.com/services --strut your life show. So it is there, but it will also be the link that you can click on the actual little video. There should be a link somewhere around here, and then you can go and check it out there with Pam, and it's starting in January 2017, so it's going to be quite a fun one there. Yes, Pam?
Yes, it is. It's going to be exciting. Yes, I'm excited for it.
Awesome. Yay! Okay, cool. so I think, are you there? Hello, Pam? Okay, so I think we're going to just sign off now because I think we're on time now. So is there any final thoughts you'd like to share, Pamela, before we go?
I just want to thank you so much, Beverly, for allowing me to express my journey in life, and also my mission in life is to let the world know that they no longer need to hold on to the secrets, and they can live a life of joy and peace and harmony, and just the most amazing life that you've ever desired. So and it's just being willing to step out and feel what's in here. Thank you.
Amazing. Wow. Well, thank you, Pam, for being with us today. Thank you for sharing all these magical and wonderful, very grounded techniques, very grounded things that can actually transform from the inside out, which is so beautiful. And thank you for sharing so openly and authentically with such vulnerability your experiences. It means the world to us, and that's what loving your life is also about, right? It's being able to love all parts of your life, not just like looking at your life and going, oh, my life needs to be like this for me to love it. It's going, I love my life, even all of these parts that I feel are shadow parts. So thank you. And then thank you to Barbara and to Sarah Lynn, who also joined us today. It's been wonderful to have you sharing this moment with us. And for those of you who might be watching in the future, thank you too. And Pam, do you want to say a final goodbye before we finish the show?
Love you guys. Thanks for being here.
Yay! And thank you from me as well. Thank you to everyone who showed up in the room today live, and for those of you who are watching it at some point in time in the future, watching the replay, lots and lots of love to you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Go on and love your life, and if you'd like to see any more of the shows, you can go to @LoveYourLifeShow on Facebook and check it out there. So lots of love. Have an amazingly wonderful day. Bye-bye.